Good evening and welcome to this semester's first episode of Newswatch. This month marks the one-year anniversary of the first known COVID case found in Canada.
And with new COVID developments and the provincial lockdowns remaining in effect, more questions are coming on when it will be safe to reopen.
Our own Sarah Hunter joins us live from our news center with more on that story.
Thanks, guys. With over 100,000 vaccinations and the joint effort of many Albertans, we have seen a decrease in active COVID cases to about just over 8,000 in Alberta. But with these decreases, we still see a large number of patients in our hospitals and ICUs, which means that restrictions are staying. But what do these restrictions mean for schools and local businesses?
Staff and students at Emmy Lazert and J. Percy Page High School felt the effects personally as their number of COVID cases increased. With dozens of cases confirmed there last week, the two Edmonton public high schools have transitioned to online learning until February 8th. The decision was made last Sunday after the Edmonton Public School Division received provincial approval regarding the switch.
The basis of the Government of Alberta's re-entry plan and our own division re-entry strategy was that ability to pivot at any given moment. So we really developed our learning and teaching plans to support that transition.
Schools are looked at case by case and are shifted online due to operational issues, such as limited staffing and total number of cases.
But what happens when you're a business that performs better in person?
Aradia Fitness in Edmonton is just one of the many businesses struggling to remain online.
There's so much free content out there already created, and there's, studios that have all of these incredible setups with all of these, professional videographer setups. And so you're competing against people who have had online platforms.
While most of their regular staff and students await the day that they can safely reopen, some still remain committed to the sport. And like many other athletes, they are dealing with the limited equipment, space, and other issues that come with training from home.
Dance is such a community-based event kind of thing. So not having that platform to kind of share the space with other people, especially our dancers and our friends, is very mentally exhausting.
Although restaurants, gyms, and other recreational facilities remain closed, there are a few luxuries that have reopened. Personal and wellness services such as hair and nail salons have received the green light. Their reopening was effective on January 18th, but with a few extra limitations.
And some of those limitations do include booking in advance, as well as following any and all AHS protocols.
So Sarah, is there any news on the new COVID variants and vaccines?
So although the vaccines are still being determined by province to decide who will receive them in phase 2, all the AHS is closely monitoring the COVID variants.
And Sarah, what's the best way to avoid contracting these new COVID variants?
Social distancing and wearing your mask is definitely still the number one way to help avoid contracting any form of COVID.
Thanks, Sarah. That was Sarah Hunter reporting live from our news center tonight.